Hey, what's up, people? All right, so we possibly have a quick one today. This is a ECU out of a 1990 LS400, and this vehicle actually belongs to a friend of mine. And apparently, these are known to have their capacitors kind of like crap out. And so he actually already got me the capacitors, which are in this little bag. And apparently, this little bag contains a few more capacitors than we actually need for this thing. And so, some of the symptoms that he says he's experiencing with potentially capacitors being bad is that the speedometer is showing the wrong value. Like he says that it's about 40 miles per hour under what he's actually traveling, and that also the RPMs are wrong. He'll be going like 60 some miles an hour, and apparently it's only showing that the engine's only revving at about like 1,000 RPM or so. So yeah, that's totally wrong. The water temperature is wrong, and also apparently the malfunction indicator lamp is acting kind of weird. Like it'll turn on after the car's already on, but then it shuts off, and the vehicle has no codes. So we're going to see if replacing all these capacitors will solve most, if not all of these problems. Potentially, it might also be affecting the function of the air conditioning. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I've already removed the case screws from the ECU just to save a little bit of time. There's 4 screws in each one of the corners on both sides. But it turns out I was expecting to be able to access the board inside, but there's actually, if we remove the covers, there's 2 boards. So it's kind of like a sandwich arrangement. So we got one board on top, one board on the bottom. But the board that's on this end, which is the one that's attached to this connector, if we flip this over, we can see that there are no electrolytics on this board. All the electrolytics are on that board, and as best as I can tell, there's only 6 of them. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7. I don't see any others. So thankfully, if we zoom in a bit, it doesn't appear that any of these electrolytics have leaked and caused any further damage to the board. So that's a good sign. Let's replace all the electrolytics and see what happens. All right. So just to make my life a little bit easier, I went through and I marked where all the capacitors that we'll be replacing are. So I have a little dot in between both of the pins that I need to desolder. I also made myself a little legend map of where all the capacitors are and what the values are. Now, the only difference between the new capacitors that we're going to be putting on this board and some of the old ones is that the new ones, like for example, we have a 220 volt 16 or 220 microfarad 16 volt capacitor, where the original one was actually a 10 volt part. But this should work just the same. And so I've got all the capacitors that we'll need already set aside, and there's a few extras. As I mentioned, this pack apparently comes with a few extras, so those are the ones we're not going to use. We're only going to use these 7. So to start off, I'm going to apply some flux to all of the pins of the capacitors that I'm going to be removing. And then I'm going to use the solder sucker to pull all the solder off. And these are double-sided boards, so I'm going to have to make sure that the solder melts on both sides and that I remove enough of it. The only thing is that this solder or the original solder used on this board is not going to be lead-free, so it's going to melt a little bit easier than if we were working, like, say, on something like a newer ECU. So I'm hoping that this goes pretty smoothly. We'll see. All right, and here we go. Let's try to get this first one out. And solder's melting pretty easily as expected. Didn't remove enough solder from the first pin, but there we go. So as easy as that. And yeah, as best as I can tell, there's no leakage on the bottom of this capacitor, at least. All right, so the majority of the capacitors came off with no issues. I was able to remove the solder and pull them off just easily. This one, however, is being a little bit of a pain, and for some reason, it appears to be adhered to that disc ceramic capacitor. As you can see, if I wiggle this, they both wiggle together. So why is that glued to it? I have no idea. Hopefully it's not that the plastic has like melted to it. Let's take a closer look with the microscope and see if we can figure out what the heck is going on there. So that's what that looks like. It appears that there's something in between, but I just realized I'm wondering if it's a bit of a conformal coating that just sort of got stuck in there. I try to be gentle. I don't want to break the capacitor, the ceramic disc one. See if I can separate this gently. May need to use some hot air potentially, but no, it's coming apart. Let's see, get a little more light in there. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, it just looks like the conformal coating just sort of boogered onto in between those. You can see right there where it looks like, if I could move my fingers out of the way, you can see where the fluid has just kind of seeped in between the two. So, okay, nothing foul going on. It's just from assembly. Some of the stuff got on there, so now I just got to carefully separate this. I might even just get a blade and try to cut it apart because I feel like I'm going to break that capacitor if I pull on it a little too hard. So, just get a blade up in there. I'm trying to be gentle. I don't want to jam it into the board, cause more damage. There we go. There, we got them separated. You got to keep them separated. Okay, I think now I should be able to pull this off. No issues. There we go. And we got a couple of nice clean holes. All right, so at this point, I've got all the new capacitors repopulated onto the board. I have not soldered them in yet. And I was totally wrong when I said that there was no electrolytics on this board. My blind butt somehow missed that there was two in those positions there. So those are the new ones. I just need to solder them in. And these are a really odd value, at least not one that I've ever really seen. They were 15 microfarad. So yeah, that's a kind of an unusual value capacitor, but I mean, that's what they used. I'm sure they had a reason for it. So I'll just get everything soldered back into place, and then I can put this back together. We can throw it into the vehicle and see if it'll work. All right, it's all put back together. We're going to go throw it back in the vehicle, go for a quick test drive, and I'll let you guys know what the results are. All right, got everything reconnected. There's a couple relays on the sides, and then there's 4 connectors in the back. Everything's plugged in. So before we bolt everything back up, though, we'll see what happens. Hey, we've got 0 RPM. Unfortunately, replacing the capacitors did absolutely nothing. It didn't really solve any of the problems that my friend was having. It didn't really make anything worse. And I guess on a more positive note, at least the ECU has fresh capacitors and he doesn't have to worry about anything capacitor related in the ECU, going bad anytime soon. The car's going to require a little bit more troubleshooting. It's something possibly in the cluster, that's gone haywire, and it's going to require like going through it with a service manual or something to see where stuff wires to, and pinpointing what could potentially be causing the problems. So at this point, it's actually been months, if not way more than a year, that I've recorded all of that footage. I'm like really behind on a bunch of these videos, so I'm recording this outro with some other random stuff sitting here on the bench, and all this stuff is going to make a little bit more sense soon. It's other videos that I've been working on. I have a lot of footage of a lot of stuff that I've worked on. I just have not gotten to the point of actually completing the videos just yet, but I'm trying to catch up, so hopefully soon you'll see some of this stuff in the upcoming videos. So once again, if you made it to the end, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys around the bench.